Last week, I talked about how to explain Hashimoto's to your friends and family so that they understand what you're going through. But sometimes, even when you do explain it, when you try to help them get it, they still don't. They might make snide, passive-aggressive comments. Maybe they roll their eyes when you say that you're tired. Or maybe they act annoyed or put out because you have to eat differently or because you don't have enough energy to do what they want to do. If you've ever been there, I want you to know that you, by no means, are alone. And today I just want to share what to do when people still don't understand and how to stop letting their judgment drain your energy. And this may be helpful for the upcoming holidays. When people don't believe you or make you feel like you're being so dramatic, it hurts because not only are you going through all of that stuff behind the scenes, the exhaustion, the pain, all of your symptoms, all of that, but to have that on top of it, oh, it is the worst. And when someone, especially a family member or someone you care deeply about, treats your reality like an inconvenience, that can just, it's like, to the heart, right? And I know exactly what you're going through because I, to this day, still go through it. I've had relatives say, come on, just one little bite's not gonna hurt you, or one day or whatever when it comes to gluten, even though to me that can mean hours of intense pain, days of diarrhea and bloating and brain fog and weeks of fatigue. It's frustrating because they don't see the aftermath. They only see the moment. But I want to start by saying that most of the time, this reaction is not at all about you. It is completely about them. People get uncomfortable when they don't understand something that they can't fix. Maybe they feel helpless that they can't do anything to make it better for you, or guilty that you have to go through it and they don't. Or maybe they even get defensive. So they joke, or they dismiss, or they minimize it to make it go away. Others get triggered because your boundaries highlight the fact that they don't have any. You're choosing differently, and that can quietly challenge their beliefs and insecurities. Maybe they too know that they should be making changes, but they're not. And here you are doing them. And so that quietly confronts them, and it makes them realize, maybe I'm not good enough. And people don't like that, right? And sometimes it can be because people are just set in their ways. They want something to be in one certain way, and you are disturbing that. Whether it's because you're making a restaurant harder to find, or because you don't have the energy to do whatever they want to do, whatever it is, you're just changing the way that they think reality and things should be, and they don't like that. Now, all of this doesn't excuse their behavior by any means, but it just helps you to understand that their judgment isn't truth. It's a reflection of their discomfort, not your worth. So what do you do if you come across this situation? Because if you do, it sucks. I 100% agree. But here are 5 things that I have found that have helped me so much and all of my clients, so I'm going to share them with you as well. Number 1 is to stop over-explaining. You don't owe anyone any sort of medical dissertation on what you're going through. You can simply say, this is what my body needs to stay well, and just leave it at that. And I find that sometimes the more that you try to explain it, the more that they dig in, because they're not listening to try to understand you. They're doing it so they can challenge it. So by just simply stating it, you just leave it at that, and then you don't invite that challenge. Number 2 is to keep your boundaries firm but calm. When someone says, oh, just one night or just one bite won't hurt you, you can say, I wish that were true, but my body really does pay for it. And I'd rather feel good tomorrow so I can enjoy being here with you now. Don't say it with guilt, not with any fight, just the truth. Number 3, and maybe the most important one, release the need for approval. You really don't need their understanding to stay well. You just need your peace. And sometimes getting that peace means letting people think the wrong thing about you. And I know that can be so hard, especially if you are like me and you have a strong sense of justice or really hate when people think that you're wrong. But in the end, what's more important? Having Aunt Mabel, who you see like 2 days out of the entire year, think that you're right? Or are you feeling your best because you're doing the things that are going to support you for 365 days out of the year? Just keep reminding yourself of this. Number 4 is to protect your nervous system. When you sense judgment, notice where you feel at. Is it in your jaw, your shoulders, your chest? If you have noticed this at all, that means your body is going into fight or flight. And we all know that it's not the greatest thing for your health. So to counteract that, just take one deep, long breath. And as you exhale, just say, I'm safe. I don't need their validation. And if you're able to, I find it so helpful to excuse yourself and go to like the bathroom. And then in the bathroom, you can tap on your collarbone like this and say that I'm safe. I don't need their validation. And what this is doing is helping you to get into that parasympathetic rest and digest mode so you're not in that triggered state anymore. It is telling your body quite literally that you are safe. So this is a great way to stop internalizing their judgment and get yourself out of fight or flight. And number 5 is to find people who do get it. Have a support system, whether it's online communities, friends that you know that are going through it, or even coming into my Autoimmune collective. You need to find other people that get it, that make you feel somewhat normal, not like a burden. Because supportive energy heals faster than any supplement that you can possibly find. So I know how discouraging it can be to be around people who don't get what you're going through day in and day out. But just remember, your healing doesn't depend on their belief. You're allowed to take care of yourself even when other people don't get it. And most importantly, you're allowed to say, this is what I need, even if it makes somebody else uncomfortable. But if you take nothing else from this video, just know that you aren't alone. If you have friends or family that just don't get it and that are judgy, and I'm here for you in that one. I won't be judgy towards you. See you next week.